In case you haven't noticed, the definition of money has been undergoing a serious makeover this week. Let's take a quick peek at old money versus new money. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey and welcome to another episode of Last Week Crypto. Every Sunday, we review the performance of the largest cryptocurrencies, top gainers, as well as the latest global news stories affecting the crypto markets this past week. This week, we will discuss the stock and crypto markets price movements, what's going on with the Federal Reserve regarding monetary policy, events the markets are anticipating over the next month, NFT insanity, and where we may be in the crypto market cycle. This week's episode is brought to you by Crypto.com, an exchange with over 100 different cryptocurrencies and over 20 different fiat currencies. On Crypto.com's mobile app, you can buy crypto with bank transfers, credit, debit cards, or crypto at true cost with no markups. They also have a desktop exchange that is solely for crypto-to-crypto trading. If you use the link below to sign up for Crypto.com, you'll receive $25 worth of cryptocurrency for free when you use the referral code CryptoCasey, all while supporting the channel. Also, every Wednesday and this week, Friday, I conduct a weekly AMA or Ask Me Anything at Instagram.com/CryptoCasey. So use the link to my one and only official Instagram account listed in the description area to follow me and ask me anything you want every Wednesday. Cool, let's hit Last Week Crypto. Looking at the top cryptocurrencies by market cap, Bitcoin down 1%, ETH down 1.4%, Cardano up 14.9%, and Binance Coin up 7.2%. Looking at the top gainers this week, Bitcoin Cash ABC up 56%, Arweave up 47%, Tezos up 38.2%, and IOST up 37.5%. So we experienced a volatile this week leading up to the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium this past Friday. There was some uncertainty about what he would say and also assumptions that he would share the hawkish sentiments of his board members. And in fancy finance fantasy land, specifically regarding monetary policy, the word hawkish describes policymakers that are focused on controlling inflation by reducing the supply of money, which, as we discussed in my last video, causes the price to borrow money to increase, which makes it harder for people and businesses to thrive in the traditional economic sense, predicated on amassing debt to buy things we may or may not need. And the opposite of the term hawkish in fancy finance fantasy land is dovish, which is used to describe policymakers that are focused on promoting growth and job creation in an economy. Dovish monetary policy involves keeping interest rates to borrow money low by increasing the supply of money. Surprising to the market, yet unsurprising based on historical actions, Papa Powell was dovish, which made Wall Street quite happy, causing the stock market to rise, and of course, crypto mirrored its movement. With global supply chain issues mounting in the midst of Delta shutdowns, inflation will continue to rise. In fact, some financial institutions are predicting that this alone will add an extra $223 billion worth of costs of goods sold this incoming holiday season. Despite that, and besides money printing, the other thing Jerome Powell is exceptionally good at is reassuring the markets that everything will be okay for now. Here's a chart showing Powell's track record at traditional stock market reassurance. So an important thing to keep in mind is that crypto is still performing alongside the traditional stock markets. And once again, markets are proving that they are about just one thing. US stock snapshot, Wall Street rises as Powell gives no signal on taper. Reversing stimulus too early could be particularly harmful. So basically, we are and will continue to be at the mercy of Wall Street for the foreseeable future. In the month of August alone, so far the SPX has hit 10 new intraday all-time highs. And the record number of intraday all-time highs in August is 11, which happened in 1929. And what happened next? That's right, the Great Depression. Will we experience a similar fate soon? Only time will tell. Unfortunately, if we do experience a significant stock market crash, the crypto markets will also suffer, regardless of what stage of the market cycle crypto is in. But timing that is impossible, so just know that it always goes up pretty suddenly and sharply before going down. But imagine comparing a brief bubble to a 13-year growth asset. Check out this chart depicting Bitcoin versus Tulip Mania versus South Sea Company versus the Nasdaq.com bubble prices relative to Bitcoin. Bullish. So if you're a long-term hodler looking to capitalize on the continued growth of digital assets, make sure you are transferring your crypto off of exchanges to hold safely in cold storage hardware wallets. You can scroll down to the description area below to access the correct and official sites of my recommended hardware wallets. BC Vault is my personal favorite. Another option is the Ledger Nano Backup Pack, so scroll down to check them out. Or if you would rather make income from your idle digital assets you're planning to hold for the long term, you can safely earn interest with services provided by BlockFi. With a BlockFi interest account, your cryptocurrency can earn up to 8.6% APY. Interest accrues daily and is paid monthly. There are no hidden fees and no minimum balances. So if you're interested in learning more about BlockFi, you can get up to a $250 Bitcoin bonus when you use the link in the description area, all while supporting the channel. Protecting your ability to generate income so you can buy more crypto is another important thing to consider. So if you'd like to learn more about the advanced technical concepts of blockchain and become a developer in this space, check out Ivan on Tech's Academy. If you use the link below, you can access the Academy at a discounted price. So scroll down and check it out. Sweet. So are we still in bull trap territory? Are we going to dip significantly before mooning to new all-time highs? Yes, we asked these questions last week and they are still on the table this week. So let's talk about some things we need to consider when thinking about both the traditional markets and crypto markets. In the crypto sphere, we are definitely seeing some euphoric mania in the NFT world, as Visa jumps into the NFT craze, buying a CryptoPunk for $150,000. NBA icon Stephen Curry buys a Bored Ape NFT for $180,000. Investors are shelling out 6 figures for pet rock NFTs. The most expensive Ether rock up for resale is priced at a whopping $1.9 billion. And Ethereum NFT CryptoPunks hit $1 billion in total sales. What does it all mean? Well, basically, NFTs supplant Rolexes and Lambos as the new digital savvy flex. And if you want to learn more about NFTs, check out my video all about what NFTs are, how they are created, how they are being used now, and how they can be used in the future by clicking on the link above. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have any NFTs. Personally, right now, I only have some .crypto domains from Unstoppable Domains. They offer a solution to the long, complicated cryptocurrency addresses currently in use by replacing them with an easy, human-readable name. An Unstoppable domain also allows you to launch uncensorable websites. The domain is stored in your wallet just like cryptocurrency on the blockchain, so no one can move it around, put it up, or take it down except you. So if you'd like your own unique wallet name or domain NFT, scroll down to the description area below and click on the Unstoppable Domains link to access the correct and official site. Nice. At the end of the day, I am very bullish on NFT's use case in the gaming industry, and what's great about the gaming industry is that we can create our own economies that aren't plagued by the Fed, government, and Wall Street manipulation. We've already pretty much achieved it with Axie Infinity, and as more games within the metaverse become popular, adopted, and played, more economies will form, and these types of investments' values will behave completely independently from the manipulated traditional stock market. So I'd say NFTs and investments in the gaming blockchain projects will be good hedges against potential market downturns in the long run. Cool. Here's some upcoming events the traditional markets will be reacting to that may also affect the crypto markets. On September 3rd, we have the jobs report coming out, which most people generally believe will be pretty good considering unemployment benefits in that week. Then on September 14th, we have the new CPI or Consumer Price Index data coming out, which Fed Chair Jerome Powell thinks will be fine. But he says a lot of stuff to keep Wall Street smiling and has been very wrong about inflation expectations all throughout the pandemic. So we will need to see how that goes, as it could go either way at this point. And then depending on those numbers, on September 22nd, Jerome Powell will address the timeline of Fed tapering at the FOMC or Federal Open Market Committee meeting. And quickly touching back to crypto, there's this ratio known as the golden 51-49% bull cycle ratio that was applied to Bitcoin's previous 2 halving events, where it predicts the length, start date, and end date of a Bitcoin bull cycle based on the number of days before and after a halving event. Without getting into too much detail about this chart, based on historical data, which I'm trepidatious to depend on in this highly unusual, highly manipulated market we are currently operating within, it predicts the end of the Bitcoin bull cycle will be around September 27th of this year, 2021. And typically following the end of a Bitcoin bull cycle, money shifts into mid and small cap alts, creating an extremely insane alt season before coming back down into a bear market. Many influencers in crypto are relying on previous data to predict the bull cycle. Some are calling for a continuation of the bull cycle through September, some through December, and some through Q1 of next year in 2022. We will see pretty soon as we enter the month of September. Awesome. Well, that was Last Week Crypto with me, Crypto Casey. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more crypto content. So, do you own any NFTs right now? When do you think the Bitcoin bull cycle will end? Or is it already over and we're stuck in a bull trap? Let me know in the comments below. Be safe out there.